that a segment aired last week, a week ago, from Project Veritas, James O'Keefe, on a real example of voter fraud. They ruled that this topic, you cannot talk about it after the 20th of January because inauguration has happened. The problem with this, because they got rid of 5 of my videos, Ricardo.
Yeah.
I can't post for 2 weeks, guys. That might even mean no income for 2 weeks. So now you see what I'm up against. Well, in this case, because this has happened, if Project Veritas would have posted the same video, they'd be flagged. Now, this is a misfire. This is what I like. This is why I do these things for you, so you can explain. I can explain the different forms of censorship. Because, you know, people on the right, and I'm not bagging you out boomers, but a lot of boomers, they say, censorship this, censorship that, shadow ban this, shadow ban that. They use the word so flippantly. Let me be very specific. What the AAP is doing to our videos is targeted. I'm okay with it. I'm okay they're targeting because, you know, it's I'm not saying we're the elephant in the room, but we're obviously growing a lot of influence on Ricardo's page, 29th biggest political page in Australia. You should write about it. If it's garnering 6.5 million views in 3 weeks, I get it. The thing with what's happening there is I do call it targeted. Now, this is different, what's happening with YouTube. This is what I call a blanket ban, a blanket rule. The algorithms having certain inputs put in that it ends up catching things that it doesn't understand. For example, sarcasm. Computers aren't that great at picking up on it. Well, in this case, James O'Keefe, we play a 5-minute video. It wasn't what we said, it was what he said. He basically started talking about voter fraud in the US election, and that triggered what they were talking about. But the thing is, the algorithm missed the fact that this is actually a legitimate case. Someone has been arrested and quite possibly charged in Texas. It's very specific. He never said that the US election was fraudulent because of, you know, voter fraud. He didn't say that. This is a very specific case. This is what we're up against, and it's only going to get worse. I'm just happy that, see, I can work around this rule. I'm just happy I can get rid of this and appeal this, rightfully so, because there's articles written about this. Other algorithmic rules that are going to come into effect, like maybe with Q, they're going to be purged. I mean, we know they started on Facebook, the Stop the Steal purge of that hashtag. They don't let you do that. I don't put it in my videos anymore, so I can't. So we need to come up with solutions. In Poland, they have this example, which is brilliant, and it's not particularly new, but Poland are now going to fine big tech firms $2.2 million every time they unconstitutionally censor lawful speech online. We need a similar lawsuit in Australia. That's the truth of it. We need to be able to take these companies to court. We need to be able to get an injunction. I think that's what it's called, from a judge, so that we do get our accounts back, because this is not okay. And, you know, maybe there's been a lot of talk today. Maybe Facebook and YouTube will leave. Maybe Google will leave and they won't allow Australian news sources through. We might be better off. I'm not even kidding. We might actually be better off if we don't have these social media things. What have we got from them? Better connectivity? Yeah, sure. They're not social anymore. It's all social justice. And in terms of what they actually do for us, our young Generation Z people, it's led to higher levels of anxiety, depression, and suicide rates. Do we really need them? Probably not. Maybe we need to rethink this whole thing. But to the creators out there, like myself, that are being censored, I watch all of it. It's become almost something you wear with pride, like a badge of honor. With censorship, I've talked to many people this week, and I've been very frustrated that they do not have contingency plans. I have contingency plans. For example, with YouTube, they gave me a second strike. I can't post for 2 weeks. That means no revenue. I already have a backup account ready to go that's already got ads running on it. So it's fine. This fight keeps going for me. But the point I want you to get from this, if you're failing to prepare, then you are preparing to fail, and you will lose. It's the survival of the fittest. I said this before, and I think Ricardo's actually said it before. If you do not fight this, then we're going to end up in a situation where they will censor everything. And maybe we don't deserve to survive as a society in this case. Maybe we are not the fittest. So have a plan, have a contingency, think about the different platforms you can go on. We're on Minds and Gab, and we're working on BitChute and Parler when it comes back up at the end of the month. But we've got to keep going with this. We are going to win this. You know that, right? But it doesn't mean that you do nothing. You've got to have these plans and keep fighting forward. That's the truth of it. as we said last week, I said, trust the plan. Screw the plan. Make your own plan. And Ricardo said, be the plan. And if you don't create your own plan, then you're going to end up in a situation like this, where China will continue to take advantage of Australia. That's not a leap. That's what we're seeing. I don't know how to end this smoothly.
Is this the last bit of the show?
Pretty much, yeah. What do you got to say?
No, we're good. Everyone should, seriously, we're in good shape. We're in good shape as a nation. We are still in a position where we can turn this around. But we have to, as we've said throughout the show, it's up to each individual to take action. Now you've got to get away from your keyboard and start physically turning up, just as a reminder. Turn up to your local state MP's office, your federal MP's office, knock on the door and say, I'd like to ask my federal MP for evidence that, and you'll have to do this at the front desk because they won't let you straight in, for evidence that the vaccine is both safe and effective. Can you please send me to the data? Now, you'll get immediate pushback, but just have your camera rolling, and they're going to, and the poor sod behind the counter, they're just doing their job. They'll give you some sort of pushback. I'm sorry, Mr. Kafups is not available, or is busy, or we have nothing for you, and just keep putting it online, keep posting it, keep challenging them. Turn up in groups, turn up daily, add 15 minutes to your morning routine. Whatever you need to do, get it up there. Next, so just start pushing back. Squeeze them till their eyes pop. Stop wearing the mask. Walk in proudly like I do without a mask, and maybe it's because I'm my size that I don't often get challenged, I don't know. Probably. But I've only been challenged once, and that was at the good people at Bunnings that accommodated my needs and gave me a little tag that said I'm exempt. The moment we start taking the masks off, this will be a tangible evidence, just as it is for them, how much compliance they have. It's tangible evidence for us that we are turning it around. And we need 1, 2, 3, 10, 50, 100, 100,000, 1 million people stop wearing their masks. This is a real victory, believe it or not, in the world of optics, how things are looking. We're in okay shape. As long as we keep moving forward, stop pole vaulting over mouse droppings, focus on the big game, focus on what's important. It's in your hands, folks. It really is. And look at your kids, and that's the motivation to keep you going. We're going to be fine, but we have to get more people on the field. As I said, if we have a protest and 1,000 turn up, we got a problem. 10,000 turn up, the cops have a problem. 100,000 turn up, the police got a problem. 1 million turn up, we win. And there's nothing they can do. Take your sovereignty for a spin. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Like Anthony, when he went into Coles and he rang me up and said, mate, I did it. I said, did what? I didn't wear my mask. How'd it go? Outstanding.
That's awesome.
So just do it. And the first time you do it, and the first time's hard, I know, I get it. But after that, the confidence grows.
Yeah.
And get used to the dirty looks of people.
Oh, it's hilarious. Oh, I thought they were acknowledging how much I go to the gym, but it wasn't that at all.
No, they hate you. Oh, man, it's like, oh, my God, you're going to kill me. I said, well, if the mask works, why do we need social distancing? If social distancing works, why do we need the masks? If both work, why do we need both? There's no logic to it.
Why do we need the vaccine?
And we don't need the vaccine. We don't need the vaccine. For the sake of you and your kids' health, I mean this. Please, start pushing back. Do it gently. Challenge your MPs and stop wearing the mask. We'll be fine.
Yeah, the harvest is plentiful, the workers are few.
It's exactly the line I used today.
Oh, really?
Somebody rang me up and she said, how's it going? And I said, I have a vineyard that is heavy with grapes, right? And there's a few of us in there collecting as many as possible, and there are hundreds of thousands over the other side of the 3-strand barbed wire fence yelling out advice. There's a bunch over there. Go get that. No, get that bunch. And I say, folks, jump the fence and join me. Oh, no. We're good here, thanks.
Also, when you do it, don't be so violent when picking the grapes. You're hurting the grapes' feelings.
Please, jump the fence, come into the vineyard, help us collect the grapes. Because I'm telling you, the vines are heavy. The spectators are many. We just need a few more people to get in there. Sign up, get your Working with Children's check, and start recruiting more people to A1. Because once again, the reason for this is very simple. We've got to build this ARC, not ARC ARC, but this ARK ARC. Because when the SS Liberal, Labor, Nationals and Greens sinks and they hit the the iceberg of truth, I don't care about the crews of those particular vessels, but the good people who support them are going to be swimming in the water, and we need to scoop them up and bring them into our little boat, and the boat's got to be ready to go. That's why we're focusing on growing the party. It's critical. So someone from the electorate of Upper Kumbukta West discovers us and there's a functioning supporter group or branch ready to go and say, come on in, what are you good at? Well, I like social media. Great, well, you can be our social media manager. Let's get to work. But we've got to build a party, and we win.
Awesome. Legendary. Yeah, guys, that's the moral of the story. There's a lot of work to do.